All right, I'd like to welcome everybody to the Devin Smith PS4 Sports League Network live on YouTube, PS4 live stream, Joe Price Facebook. Hit the subscribe button if you like what you heard, you like what you're hearing on my channel. Hit that subscribe button, then hit the bell so you can be notified when new content come about. Check out my new Facebook, which is known as Joe Price Hall of Fame, which is an exclusive championship Facebook that has all playoff championship live stream from past and current. Again, that Facebook is called Joe Price Hall of Fame on Facebook. You can also check out my regular Facebook known as Joe Price, okay, with current content. If you'd like to join any leagues, play pickup games with me, or play in my leagues where you can win money, friend me on my PS4 at Joe Price 834. Now, today we're going to close up. We're going to close up with our divisional championship second round NFL Madden League playoffs for 2018. All right, in the Madden League Season 8 2018. The Philadelphia Eagles eliminated Arizona Cardinals today. Eagles moved on to NFC Divisional Championship game. The Tennessee Titans upset New England, eliminating the Patriots. Tennessee Titans move on to the AFC Divisional Championship game in Week 3 of the playoffs. And also the Cincinnati Bengals upset Los Angeles Chargers in Los Angeles, another upsetter. Los Angeles Chargers are eliminated. The Bengals move on to take on the Tennessee Titans in the AFC Divisional Championship game for a shot to Super Bowl 8. All right, and now we have this last one, Seattle and Atlanta, getting ready to go head to head. So this should be very awesome. All right, and we're gonna get this game underway. Seattle Seahawks at Atlanta, the NFC Divisional Championship playoff 2017-2018, third round of the playoffs in the Madden League Season 8 2018.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Wilson's Seahawks going up against Ryan's Falcons. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and you know, now more than ever, it's a passing league. We know that, and as Larry hit onto the open, we've got a couple of great passers squaring off here this afternoon.
And usually the discussion centers in on how they're going to compete against the opposite defense. But you and I had a nice little chat with one of these guys in this game, and they did say, look, I'm always competing against the opposite quarterback. If I play better than he does, I think my team has an advantage.
Makes the handshake afterwards a little sweeter, too. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their 5'11 quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
He's always been an incredible decision maker on the field. Takes care of the ball really well, puts his team in the right positions, makes sure the play calls are accurate. Also was a minor league baseball player. Didn't hit very well there. I think he made a great career choice picking football.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Here's the offense. Certainly some threats on this offense, and one of them that they target is Doug Baldwin.
Not only
Second down now after the incompletion. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And now running right through it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
let's just go ahead and state the obvious. You're going to want a big game out of that guy. Big-time run to get things started. But even more importantly, coming in on the road, trying to silence the crowd, take them out of it a little bit, slow down the emotions of the game, and get yourselves under control and feel like, yeah, we're going to be okay on the road.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Many people thought Keanu Neal was overdrafted by Atlanta, but they saw his talents and knew that he would fit their scheme perfectly. A hybrid player, can play deep in the secondary as a safety, can drop down into the box and also make a lot of tackles, and at times can stay on the field and serve a linebacker role as well.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Adrian Claiborne. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
So on 4th down, as seen on TV, here's their resident strongman, John Ryan, on to punt. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Offensively, here come the Atlanta Falcons and quarterback Matt Ryan. A crew that's battling some history this year, no doubt. Only 7 teams that lost the Super Bowl the previous year have come back to make it again the next year. And only 2 of those teams actually won the game. I think that was, what, the 71 Cowboys and the 72 Dolphins. But
yes, that's good research.
But the Falcons had a shaky early start, middle part of the season, making a push late.
Yeah, I like what they're doing late because it's a team that had every reason to just go, you know, it's not our year. All right, it's just not going to happen. They never gave up on that. Remember, they had that 3-game losing streak lull in the middle of all of this. But you're right, making a push down the stretch where they actually control what's going to happen in the division. If they end up winning out, they win the NFC South.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. A glance at the starting unit. Julio Jones, a threat on the outside, of course.
Combines great athleticism, incredible speed, and a whole lot of toughness to be one of the better receivers in the NFL.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A phrase we said a lot last year, Ryan to Jones for a Falcon 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Michael Bennett may have missed 5 games in 2016, but still led his team in tackles for loss with 14.
And how does his pass rush help the secondary? Because I know it does.
Oh, it helps it in a big way because now the quarterback who has a clock in his head, that clock has to accelerate because they always think Michael Bennett is coming. That means you don't have to cover him for very long.
2nd down, 8. Again, Ryan. And he whips that one incomplete there. Levine Toilolo, the tight end, is intended target. And now it's 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bobby Wagner with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, the All-Pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And out now come the Seahawks. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. It's a gain of 7, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And Wilson has it. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Wilson now off the bootleg. Wilson snags it left side. Room to run inside the 40. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 30 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. here's Walsh now to kick this one off. On the return, here's Justin Hardy. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And this is incomplete. Well, speaking of incomplete passes, we had a very controversial incomplete pass in Week 15 in that Steelers-Patriots game, did we not?
In the city of Pittsburgh, it wasn't incomplete.
Right, yeah. For them, it's they won.
If
they
you're
won,
a Steelers fan, that was not an incomplete pass. That was a touchdown. But by letter of the law, having to catch a football as a receiver is going to the ground, he has to survive the ground, holding on to the football firmly. But letter of the law wasn't a catch.
Right.
The problem is you put 100 people in a room, it looks like a catch.
Right. So then the question going forward is, does that rule need to be changed?
Well, the competition committee tried to define it clearly 2 years ago. I think they'll be back here this spring once again trying to clearly define what is a catch, because right now a lot of people are confused.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he is knocked down from the side. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Nine yards to go. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. It's caught inside the 25. They chop that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. And heading back out there now, the Falcons defense here. And a tough spot here for the defense, kind of already with their backs against the wall.
Just gave up a touchdown on their last possession. Now starting in tough field position. One thought in mind. At worst, give up a field goal. That's the goal for them right now. No more than 3 points given up. If that happens, they'll feel really good running to the sidelines.
I would think the defensive coordinator would feel pretty good, too.
Oh, he'd be ecstatic about that. Of course, he'll say, give up none, but 3 is really the realistic goal.
And we'll see if they can hold them. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. First and goal, defense with their backs against the wall. From the shotgun, Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Here's Wilson. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Dontari Poe continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So on 4th down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit. This from 42 yards out. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
Now after the made field goal, Walsh back out to kick it away. Andre Roberts now to return it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. On second down, Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. So the sack pushes him back, and now third and long for Ryan and the Falcons. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Lockett. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep, because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep, and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Out to the right here to Wilson. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over, and we'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Now Wilson on first down. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports halftime report. The Falcons trail at home at halftime. The Seahawks have come in and look good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Same drive. Baldwin's going to haul in the pass, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown as they take a 7-0 lead.
Larry, these two teams back out there as we get set and ready for this second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
On second down, here's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 70 yards. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So let's glance at a player spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now Wilson. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Carson. Sidesteps him at the 35. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second down following the run. They run again with Carson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Mike Davis, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Walsh now for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They go play action here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Now Wilson on second down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
1st and goal here from the 9. Now it's Carson. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Six yards still to go here on 2nd and goal. A big hit. Knocked down sideways right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off, or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
after the made field goal. Walsh back out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
First and 10, it's Ryan. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Cliff Averill in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To throw on second down, Ryan. His throw incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, and it's third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And no, it's incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on fourth down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
It's caught outright by Graham. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. They run it with Carson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. To throw again. Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to face a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Falcons on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Ryan. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 7 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Again, Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards the gain for number 18. On 1st down, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing again, Ryan. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And it's 3rd and short. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Ryan will throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now it's Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. To throw again is Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. Third and 2, now Ryan. He finds Roberts, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Cliff Averill in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Now Ryan on second down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
Here's Ryan to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The Seattle Seahawks will move on to the NFC Division Championship third-round playoffs. Congratulations, Seattle Seahawks, knocking off Atlanta Falcons at home in the second-round NFC Divisional Championship playoffs in the Madden League Season 8, 2018.
Attack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And tough starting field position here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Powering forward. Flash the power and able to get it to the 10-yard line with it. And that helps get them out from the shadow of their own goalpost. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.